least 15 days. You'll again check with your colleagues or friends, or else you go with a different test drive. Similar way, same way. Test drive is similar like trial period. Okay, now softwares, hardwares. Software types are application. One of the example is antivirus. System software, nothing but your operating system. What is the operating system here? Examples:
Windows,
10, or we can say Mac OS, Novel. These are the examples. That's what here discussed. Linux application software. These are software vendors. Maybe application or software. But what type of license we use, based on that, we will contact the vendor. If the same vendor is providing both single and bulk license, we will go with the same vendor. But that will be checked by who? Software vendors or hardware vendors will be taken care by which team?
IT procurement.
They will follow which process? They will follow which process? They will follow ITIL process.
ITIL.
Good. Hello. Okay. Now, the coming part to the part which is left over is, what are the internal computer hardware components? Here, when you open this computer desktop, can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Computer case. This computer case is itself called as a system case, system unit. The cover is called as case. Same way like
Yes.
mobile flip cover case.
Yes.
Okay. When you open this one, what will happen? These are the components will come. First one board will come is like a motherboard, where all parts are mounted. You will also find a CPU, center processing unit, where it is called as a brain of the computer. In order to perform any task in your computer, no matter whether you are listening to the sound or listening to the songs or typing a text message or reading a word or document or picture, whatever you are performing through input devices like keyboard, mouse, output device like speakers or the monitors, or so in order to perform these all tasks, if you want to give a print will not take care directly. For example, how you will get to know that? Same way, the ways how the computer parts work, same way our body parts will work. I'll give you an example. Suppose you are riding a vehicle, you will get to know that signal has shown the signal light as red. What do you do?
We have to stop.
Why you have to stop? Because you already given an instruction to your mind. Your eyes will see the signal. Eyes are working like an input device. If somebody will doing a horn, what do? You will check whether somebody is overtaking. You will see in your the mirror. In the mirror, you will see it. At least, yeah, somebody is coming overtaking. Let's give him a side. You will go side, or you will say that, okay, boss, I'm just turning towards left or right. You will show the indicator. Based on that, you will move on. So your ears, eyes are work like input device, where it will go the instructions. It will goes to instruction to your mind. Mind is work like a CPU, central processing unit. It's a centrally processing unit. The name itself say it is doing a processing. Means it will check the input instructions. It will take a decision what to do next. What will do? Suppose the red light will come, so your eyes will act like input device. That will goes to your brain, means your memory, your mind. That will send the instruction to your legs. Boss, you have to stop the vehicle. That will give the instruction to your hand. You have to stop, slow down the riding. Your hand, legs works like an output device. Output device works on whose instructions? It works on the instruction of your mind, memory, brain. So brain works like a central processing unit. Unit is nothing but one of the part. Why it's called centrally? Because all instructions has to go through your brain only. If the brain dead, how the human activity would be? If the brain is dead, he works like a living dead body. Getting my point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Similar way, the same works here. Central, without the processor, your computer, none of the parts will work. So central processing unit is required. It will continuously working means what will happen? If you will continuously work, what will happen? Your body will get tired. What you'll do? You'll take some small minutes of rest. Let's take 15 minutes of rest or 1 hour rest, or you'll give a gap. So usually in the company or in anywhere, why they will give a 15 minutes break or 30 minutes break, lunch break, short break, just to give a rest to your body, just for change. Same way, if the computers continuously perform, what will happen? It will generate a more heat. If the more heat will generate, what will happen? It will reduce the life of the device. If your mobile is continuously generating the heat, what will happen? Will you feel to use the mobile? You will say that, "Hey, boss, this mobile is generating a more heat. Let's what we'll do, we can just keep make it in a leave it in the idle space so that let it cool down, or else you will go with the replacement of the phone." Same way here, we cannot go with the replacement. What we'll do, we have to cool down the CPU. So what we do is we are using a CPU cooler. Cooler comes with two parts. One is a fan. Oh, sorry, one is a fan. You can see the CPU cooler fan. Can you see here?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Below
sir.
that, you'll find one more device that is called as a heat sink. What is called? That is
Hmm.
called
Think.
CPU fan is
Hmm.
over the CPU, and heat sink. Heat sink.
Hmm.
Sink, what will do? Heat sink means it will absorb the heat. CPU fan what generally what how the fan works? When there will be like you will experience more heat in your room, what will do? You'll turn on the fan. Of course, AC will be there. Alternative is fan. Fan what will do? Fan
Redu- uh,
Cool.
cool down the room.
cool down. At the same time, what it will exhaust. What it will do? It will exhaust. Exhaust what we do? Exhaust or exit the heat
Heat.
outside.
Outside.
The same way here works. It will whatever heat generate, it will move out. Question arises where how it will move out? It will move out through this computer case, system unit. It will move out through this computer case. What it will have? It will have some small type of holes in the back end through which it will move out. Getting point? Now, I
Yes,
think,
sir.
okay. Computer case. Do you find this? The small
Yes.
holes. From here, the heat will exhaust. If you keep your palm, if you just keep it little bit gap of like a 2 inch, you'll experience the heat here. Anymore. Here
Yes.
also there is a power supply unit where this one top of this, that is also the heat exhauster. The same heat exhaust works no matter whether it's laptop or desktop or bring your own device like mobile or whether it's a server hardware. Concept remains same. Parts will be somewhere like one or additional, one may be less, but the important components are remain same. One more part I have discussed is power supply unit. This power supply unit is shortly called as
Yes. Yeah.
SMP(S). Again, it's a power supply unit. It will supply the power. Where it is stored? It is kept here, but that's coming. It would be here itself. Okay, here. Again, here it also has, this also has fan. Again, heat sink. Whatever the CPU do, same devices will be here also inside this. You can see this fan. Can you see this image?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, some more parts like on where they have kept on this motherboard, CPU cooler, CPU will be placed. Over that, CPU cooler and fan will be kept. Again, we have a expansion cards. These are called as add-on cards. What do you mean by add-on card? Add-on card is like an additional card. not only in the computer, what are the things we do? Sometime why we use speaker? Listen to the songs, listen to the sound. On the monitor, what we do? We'll display the picture. On the projector, what we'll do? We'll display the picture or the image or some presentations. So whatever the output device has to perform is, it will not just works like device. If we are keeping, it doesn't work. In the internally, the motherboard is helping. On the motherboard, this expansion cards will be placed. Coming here, let's go showing here. Sorry, motherboard expansion cards. Why I'm giving you to the Google part, so that you can also refer to this. Let's see it. Over this motherboard, see here you are finding expansion slot. Can you see this expansion slot?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the card. See, you can see here this one. Here the cards are placed. This expansion card. Which one? This expansion cards. What are the different examples? Expansion card examples: sound card, display card, LAN card. LAN card is used for networking. You might be remembering the example of the person the operator sitting in first counter of the bank. He will give a print. The printer is located in the 10th counter. Through how it has connected through Wi-Fi or the LAN cable. But just connecting a cable, it doesn't work. It should have the functionality in that computer. If the LAN card is not there, this, no matter if you are giving print, it doesn't work. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, some more like additional. Did you hear the word called as gaming laptop?
Yes, sir.
Can you just give me example why the gaming laptop? How do you extra work? What is the extra feature in that laptop? Laptop is capable to provide the gaming service. Do you heard? I hope you remember one word. I use this one. Xbox.
Yes, sir.
This Xbox device we have, just we are having device, it doesn't work. The computer should have that functionality. Computer should have gaming functionality. Getting my point? Gaming functionality
Yeah.
it should have, then only work. How you'll understand, how you'll recognize whether this particular laptop has gaming functionality? Same way, the expansion card should be installed or it should be placed on the motherboard. If you, okay, giving an example here, I'll coming to the point. There it go, gaming functionality. Okay, gaming expansion card. How it looks. See, there is the image. You can see here. This gaming expansion card has been placed on the motherboard. Where is the motherboard? Here is the motherboard. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over this gaming functionality will be placed. If the gaming card installed, then only it works. Nowadays, in the laptop, what will happen? In the desktop, in this desktop laptop, how it looks? Somewhat like a table model. Let's give an example coming here. See, if it's like a table model, you can, the motherboard size, what will happen? The size will be bigger. In the laptop, what? How the laptop looks? Laptop will be somewhat like a flat model. Let's say laptop motherboard, how does it look? See, this is the laptop. There is no expansion card. Anywhere you will find it here? No,
No.
because laptop size is smaller compared to desktop computer.
Okay.
Now, where the expansion card, sir? Sir, you so said that there is a sound card, device card, display card, gaming card. Where is the card is available here? What will happen? In order to reduce the cost, expansion cards converted into on-board chips. Got it? Expansion
Yes.
cards are converted to in the form of onboard chips. not chips, sorry, chips or circuit boards. You can see this. Where is the, for example, okay, let's coming here example. Scroll down. Where is the chips are there? This is the chip. You can see one of the chip example. This is the chip. Can you see this picture? The part which I highlighted. Are you able to see the image?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. This is the chip. Instead of expansion card has been replaced with this chip. This chip has been placed. How it shows. Let's coming to the example here. Onboard chips. Chip set. Let's see. Giving an example. This is the motherboard. This is the motherboard. This is the motherboard. Motherboard is also called as, one more name is main board or circuit board. Again, the motherboard manufacturers are differs. That is that will come into the next part. Do you see this image? Is it looks so
Yes,
similar?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Let's go with a different example. Different one. Where is the examples? Sorry. So can you see this image?
Yes, sir.
Size is bigger. Okay. Here, instead of these are called as expansion slot modules. Means the location where they are kept. Instead of this expansion card, what they will is they will use this onboard chip. This is called as these are called as onboard chips, which is the replacement for expansion card. Why they replaced? Why they replaced? Expansion cards, nothing but a chips or a small memory chips. You can see memory card. Did you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Memory card is one of the chip itself, but compared to hard disk or a pen drive, its size is smaller. So coming to the part here, internal part. Parts of computer. First things what we have discussed, motherboard. Second, CPU. Third one is, yes, that will coming here. Like some more one of the point we have discussed is onboard. This is the terminology you can say. Onboard chips, replacement for expansion card. Why it is replaced? Because to reduce the size. Of course, do you feel to suppose laptop is it like easy to move or desktop laptop? Easy to carry. Which one? Laptop or desktop? Let me know.
Laptop.
Why? Because the size is smaller.
Small.
Secondary. Second point is weight of
Wait.
the laptop is less compared to
Desktop.
desktops or desktop computers. Easy to carry. In order to provide the easy to carry service, what we can do is, how we can reduce the laptop size. We can reduce the parts of the laptop size. Which is the major part there? Motherboard. Over which what? Expansion cards are there. Or what? The SMPS. Do you hear that? Power supply unit.
Yes.
Where the power will be supplied. we will reduce this size. Reduce the size. How we can reduce? We can, again, same question. Onboard chips are replaced with expansion cards. Similarly, size of the SMPS would be reduced. At the same time, provided there is no compromise on the quality of the service which that device provides. Getting my point? Quality of service should be remain same. Power supply unit, whatever it has to perform the task, that task has to be performed. But at the same time, size we have to reduce it. Getting my point? So this
Yes, sir.
size of the device depends on size of the device called as form factors.
Factory effects.
Form factors. That's
Form.
considered. What do you mean by form factors? It's nothing but size. Form factors, I'll type computer devices. I'll give general one. Specification of major components, physical dimensions, how the mounting points, how the power supply type, number of expansion slots. Okay, let's giving an example. Form factor means what is the size should be. Do you see this word? Extended ATX, ATX, micro ATX, mini ATX. What is happening here? The size is keep on reducing it. Here you can see here. Standard ATX. ATX, what is the meaning? ATX is nothing but advanced technology. TX is nothing but TX, nothing but technology. Short-lived. Let's still consider what is my ATX. ATX meaning form factor. Can you see here? Technology.
Yes.
Shortly they will use as TX. Getting point? Where we use this
Yes,
word?
sir.
The same picture here. ATX, micro ATX, mini ATX, nano ATX, pico ATX.
Yes.
Technology terminology. Getting my point? Form
Yes, sir.
factors. So form factors are decided with ATX.
ADX.
It may be a standard. Next, micro, mini. Next, nano, pico. Do you heard this word where we use SIM types? One is a normal SIM type, or we can say standard SIM. One more is nano SIM. Did you hear this? Nano SIM, did you hear?
Yeah.
If you are not sure, let's come in, take an example. Nano SIM, mobile. Give this general word. See here, this is the standard SIM. Which one? This is the standard SIM. Is it? This is the
Yes.
mini SIM.
Mini.
If you remove somewhere, here you can see here. Standard SIM, micro SIM, nano SIMs. Can you see the size? 15 mm, 12 mm, 8.8 mm.
8.8.
Getting my point? Are you getting
Yes, sir.
okay. Similar, the form factors matters here too. Where it is, where it was here. Size would be keep reduced so that what will have what it can provide? It can provide the service called as easy to carry. So these are the sub points discussed under onboard chips. Size of the device for form factors. One example is ATX. Again, ATX types are standards. These are all things. TX nothing but technology. Short name for technology. Technology extended. Why I highlighted X? Because here the X represents extended. T represents technology. They are using a short form so that they can easily go through with that. We cannot give a expansion on every time which when I'll talk. For example, when I'll use, you might heard in a WhatsApp, why you send a emoji? Emoji is what? Emoji what? Emotional moments. Suppose I want to be that I am happy. What do you do? I am happy. What will send an emoji? You'll send this message. We need to understand. Getting my point? Same way, we are not using every time the expansion. We will use a short forms, or we can say TX. You might heard in the WhatsApp, we use like just WhatsApp or a Facebook or whatever, any social sites, where we use the words like TY. What do you mean by TY? Thank you. FYY. What is this? For your kind information or for your information. Getting my point? So we are used to the short forms. What I mean to say here is short form. We are not using the long forms. TX is what? Short form. So we should be familiar with this. One more example, coming to the same way. CPU, short form, Central Processing Unit. We will not use every time Central Processing Unit. It's a CPU. Getting my point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, coming to the internal parts. Expansion cards are meant for reduce the size. When the size would be reduced, ultimately, the cost or easy to carry would be also helps. Just giving an example, this picture, I know it, but just here adding so that you can able to recall it. Okay. Now, in the internal parts, motherboard we discussed. Motherboard is nothing but main board, also called as main board or circuit board, short name. Somewhere they will call as PCB, printed circuit board, because it's already printed. Why? What are the things here? It's printed. What are the things here printed? Why it's called as printed? Because do you know the road? Roads, what will do? On the road, what's happened? On the road, already it is designed. Road is nothing but a designed path. Similar way, any instruction has to move or start or pass on from one part to another part. For example, I want to send a text message. Text message. I will type it on the key from the keyboard, and the instruction sent to keyboard. From the keyboard, text message you typed, where it will show, it will display on the monitor. But who will take care of the function? That will be taken care by central processing unit. But how it will get to know? In our body, we have what? We have nerves,
Wow.
we have cells, we have blood cells.
Blood.
Do you have it? So what it will do? It will pass on the blood to different parts of body, body, so that our task routine task or any day-to-day activity functions smoothly. Getting my same way? If I want to listen to the song, if I want to send a message, if I want to print any task, if all such tasks, text message or print a task or uh, listening to the songs or listening to the sounds, or I want to see a video, if I want to perform like a games, I want to play the games with the Xbox. Hope you heard this word. So if I wanted to perform this task, of course our CPU means our brain of the computer is called as CPU. It is there to take care of it. CPU, central processing unit,
Really?
or also called as brain of the computer. The same way how our body works, same way brain of the computer. It's a computer main part. In order to perform this all task, what is required? There should be a cells or blood cells or nerves which are printed on the which are printed or designed. Where it has to be designed, it has to be designed on the board.
Mother.
That is called as printed. That is already printed, it's already placed, just it has to follow that path. Before making a road on the anywhere in the road, what will happen? What they will do, first they will design it, first they will plan it, then they will design it. After that, what they will do? Construction. Could you give some more information on that? What will have? They will add the concrete, mud. They will use other part. What they will do? Finally, they will make a road so that vehicle can move. Getting my point?
Yes,
Later, what
sir.
Yes,
they
sir.
will add signals to avoid. They will add humps to avoid what they accidents, as that is there. But generally, these are all part of the road. But we are not adding signals, humps in the. We cannot bring the exact picture on the computer technology part. But what I mean to here example is the same way how the road works, how our body cells works. Same way our CPU parts works. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to say? It will take a time,
Yes, sir.
but you have to capture it. That's the reason I'm giving an example. Next part is a RAM. RAM is called a short form. Again, coming a terminology. RAM, random access memory. It's a full form, but we are not. Why it's called a random access memory? Before that, coming to this RAM, we have to look for the types of memory. Types of memory. What is the meaning of memory? Memory is what? Moment. But in the computer terminology, here memory we have to keep is nothing but data. In order to store data, of course, some storage unit is required. To keep the data. What of the data examples? I already gave the example in the beginning. Customer, bank employees, where they will maintain customers' details. Again, their transaction details. Where they will keep? They will keep in the storage unit. Storage unit examples like one is, sorry, primary memory. Another is called as secondary memory. Primary memory means it is used as long as the computer is turned on. This is used after the computer is turned on. Acts like a backup device. Here are the examples: RAM, ROM. Here the example is hard disk, memory card. Even if mobile switched off, the data in the memory card remains same. Pen drive, CD drive, CD or DVD, not drive, CD or DVD. This pen drive is also called as flash card. These are this permanently. Movie is in the DVD. No matter whether computer is turned off or turned on, the movie remains same, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
As long as the device is not damaged. But it not works like a RAM and ROM. Whenever the computer is working fastly, if the computer is working fastly, it depends on RAM. You can come up with the example here. For example, which is your favorite phone?
iPhone.
Sorry?
iPhone.
Okay. iPhone memory. So whenever you are performing any task on the phone means that works on memory. What is the memory name? Memory name is called as RAM. You can see the RAM. It may be 6 GB or 17 GB, whatever. Where you will get that word? You just whenever suppose you will do a Flipkart. Did you come across this?
Sir.
Okay. iPhone 6 128 GB with some zero whatever 8 GB RAM or 66 GB RAM. You can see 6 GB RAM. Whenever they will use 6 GB RAM means this 6 GB works only when the mobile is turned on. When the mobile is turned off, or it may be like when you are not using any phone, whatever data stored in the RAM will be moved or sent it back to the storage part. What I mean to hear example like this is the mobile device. This mobile device has a memory. This will works when the computer or mobile is working. But in order to store that data permanently when it's required, when we use this data should be, I need it at all time as and when required. So there we use permanent storage devices. For example, here it will comes like example hard disk. Got it? No matter, see whatever you are seeing here, 128 GB storage. If they will use a storage, the meaning is storage here is
Hard disk.
okay, got it. Storage when they use that is hard disk. When they use a word called as memory, memory types are the primary memory, secondary memory, that is there. But in generic word, when they use memory means memory represents RAM, storage represents hard disk.
Hard disk.
Again, hard disk, some more types will come into that. RAM types are there, that is we will come across. RAM types are there. We'll come up with the ROM in the later part. ROM is used in chips where the booting of the whenever computer starts, that booting process is called as starting process. Starting of the computer is called as booting. That booting process which will maintain the basic information of how the computer should start, those all instructions are stored in this ROM. ROM is a part of memory chip. ROM is nothing but a memory chip. Memory chip is what?